is like some school. How cool is this, right, Miguel? Why couldn't I go to a school like this? I mean, it's just beautiful. I love the mural. I mean, everything is just, I love this school. Anyway, Mayor Bowser and Chancellor Farabee, thank you for joining us as well. And for families across the country.
Now, where does he think he's going?
And I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
I told you to do Biden. Now we done lost a damn vote. We done lost a vote. That's gonna go to Trump. God damn.
I'm worshiping these people like they're fucking God.
Ain't nobody worshiping them. But God damn it, Chris, we need somebody in there with motherfucking sense. He vote independent.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? You know what I said do when you go in there. You go.
That's what I did.
No, you did. You go in there. This shit funny. I told you. I said go Democrat Biden. Now there's a fucking vote that we done lost that can fucking go to Trump.
This is why I don't do politics. I will never do this again.
He said he ain't gonna vote again. Oh.
El agua cara que llueve del cielo.
Cabrón.
Te quiero porque quiero que me quieras, porque como tú no hay nadie más por diferente. Soñar
Chinga, qué pedo. Tranquilo, güey. Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo.
Como el agua cara que llueve del cielo.
Cabrón.
Te quiero porque quiero que me quieras, porque como tú no hay nadie más por diferente. Soñar
Chinga, qué pedo. Tranquilo, güey. Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Happy Tuesday? Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Avelina Ramos. Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Good morning. Yesterday, I'm still a little, I don't know if it's like the weather change or what it is, but I'm a little, so I might be pausing a lot because I got to like clean my nose. All right, sorry about that. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, right, we had the whole thing of Facebook. Facebook was down yesterday. I didn't even notice because I don't even have Facebook. But a lot of people were going crazy. WhatsApp was down. I wasn't getting any messages. It was like a weird day. People were disconnected. I really didn't feel it. Because the only app that I really use is WhatsApp to connect with family, friends. Other than that, Facebook, I deleted that years ago. I wish I didn't because I kind of want the videos that I made on Facebook, like the Judge Legal videos and stuff like that. Other than that, Facebook is where I got my start. Social media, right? A lot of people like to call themselves social media influencers. And all this crazy stuff, right? Like they think they're bigger than what they are on Facebook. Social media, right, creates monsters. All of a sudden, you think you're famous. You're like, woo. I think the best way to like do the social media stuff is like being organic about it. Just doing what you love every day. Just doing it, and eventually it will happen organically. I mean, you put time, love, and dedication in the beginning, you get better and better and better. Something good could come out of it. Then some people get that instant fame, right? They instantly go viral. One video, they go viral. Woo, I'm viral, I'm viral. And think they're on top of the world. Good morning, Hobo Chili Recipe. Social media. So I started on Facebook. I'm a little sick, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. So social media, right? It could create talent and it could create monsters. Right? You have Facebook. Some people, I think Avelino, I don't know. He has a. All right. So you have viral, right? You have somebody that goes like viral instantly. Whoa, I'm famous. I'm the best. I got 20 million subscribers, 20 million views. Woo. Okay. What do you do after that? Right? You have social media. I'm not talking out of my ass. We're gonna look at some articles, ladies and gentlemen, because what social media has done, when has social media really come out? When in 2012? Especially girls, right? You have girls, right? They say they have constant pressure on social media.
Every girl thinks that they have to be better than the other girl. There's just a constant pressure, I guess, with everybody. Sometimes they'll say, like, you know, your stomach area is fat. And I'm like, wait, is it?
Teen girls offering surprising details about their struggles.
I see a lot of criticism.
There you go. See, at a young age, they're already starting. So imagine on Facebook, right? So some of these girls get suicidal. I watch these videos, right? Because I didn't grow up in the era with social media. At the time, you had girls in school, and then you had rumors. My high school sweetheart, I remember, I was dating her, and I got this bad rumor about her that I was like, geez. Then I had to question her. I didn't know any better. At the time, it was just by word. Thank God there was no social media at the time. Hey, good morning, Cheeseburger. Imagine the rumors now with social media. It just spreads. You know, I watched Gossip Girl growing up, but when I was in high school and school, there wasn't social media, so it was just word of mouth. I remember hearing this rumor about my high school sweetheart. You know, I was like, oh man, what the hell? And it was just people pushing stuff in my head, so I had to believe it or not. You know, I was like, what, 15 years old at the time, 16. What the hell do I know? You know, you're a freshman in high school. You're about to be a sophomore, and all these rumors and things start happening. You're like, what the hell? What do I do? And the good thing is, it was contained in this high school, right? Now it's on social media. Now they'll record you, take pictures of you, videos, just put it out there on social media. So, also the pressure these kids are going through now.
Towards me on social media.
Many adolescents having to confront the daily realities of new age pressures, from cyberbullying to modern dating. In some cases, parents left in the dark.
Parents left in the dark. And this is a world that you should be connected. You know, I don't say a parent should be checking up on kids on social media. No, that's kind of. But to see what's going on. And a lot of parents don't know that kids. Hey, good morning, Daryl Living. Kids, they don't. This is like a different power. You give a kid a cell phone, and they got a connection to the world. These kids find out things that you didn't even know about, right? You're a boomer. You're like, oh, what the hell with this phone? I just want to make a phone call. Like me, personally, I'm a boomer with my phone now. I rarely kind of use it. Just social media. Started using the stories on Instagram, but I don't know about this whole TikTok stuff and making a minute video and wacky dancing and, you know, with the singing and the dancing and the whatnot. I don't, you know, what the hell do I know? But I can't do a minute rant because my rants go a little bit more. Hey, good morning, BB Truth. So I don't know about this whole TikTok stuff. Hey, So I started doing it on Instagram. You know, I sometimes sing, whatever. And I'm just trying to fit in with the kids. What's going on? What's hip? What's happening with the Snapchats and the TikToks? I don't have TikTok. I just downloaded Snapchat. But these kids go through a lot of pressure. And yesterday, Facebook was down for 24 hours. I didn't notice, but I heard on the news, OMG, I didn't know what to do. I had to go do something else. So you didn't have Facebook throughout the school day. They were interviewing students. So you didn't have Facebook during school and you couldn't go throughout your day without Facebook. Social media, the attention that people seek on it. Like me, YouTube, I don't know. So YouTube is considered social media. I consider YouTube like a platform. I like to think of this channel, right, as a subway station. I bring up my little box, my crate. I stand on my crate. What is that called? Stand on my sandbox. Stand on something box. Stand on the something box in the middle of a train platform. Hopefully nobody pushes me onto the train. But I'm just talking. I'm just preaching. It might be a little loud. The trains are coming. What, papito? All right, come here. Come on. You want to come up? Soapbox. Yeah, thank you. Soapbox. That's what it's called. Right. Look, he wants to get on his soapbox. Man, this cat, man. It's the best. Oh, man, look at this. What the hell? All right. So, I'm just standing on my soapbox. Now my cat is standing on me. And I'm just talking, my morning rant. Just an hour of your day. Were you waiting for the train? You're hanging out. So, just a quick segment. Speaking of trains, right? So this, I'm from New York City. And this is one of the things I tell you guys about New York City. So you're hanging out. This could be you, right? So this could be you, right? On your way to work, on your way to school, and some crazy lunatic could push you onto an oncoming train. Right? This happens in New York City. This is happening a lot. So you guys remember I say you sometimes on your way to work could be your last time. This is what I'm talking about. You could be going home. You never know. You have to interact with these kind of people. How do you survive this? Avoiding these kind of people. Why would you want to live around these kind of people? That this could happen to you at any time. So you could be on the train platform right now on your social media, right? This person could have been on Facebook, could have been on Instagram, TikTok, because that's what a lot of people do, spend time on social media while you're waiting for the train. You don't have your situational awareness. You're not paying attention to your surroundings. When you're around these people, you gotta be on point. You gotta see what's going on. Like, oh wow. I don't think they fell in because I think she pushed him kind of late, and look at the hat. It looked like the hat bounced off the train. So thank God. I don't think the guy fell, or girl. I don't know too much about this. But it doesn't say attempted. It says attempted murder. It says attempted. And it says murder. So thank God that she was late. But look at these crazy people. You see this guy holding on to the green thing? Let me make it bigger. You see the guy holding on to the green pole? That's what I usually do. When I wait for the train, I hold on to this. Or I'm leaning onto one of these things. Because if some crazy person comes, you could just hold on to that. You always stand behind this green thing until the train comes. Once the train pulls in, I walk up to the yellow line so I could get in fast first. So this is the kind of stress that I talk about, ladies and gentlemen, about New York City. You have to deal with this kind of stress, waiting for the train. Your train is late, 45 minutes late, 15 minutes late. You want to just go home. You're late to work. And then you got to deal with these crazy people trying to kill you on the train. Another one is this one, right? Like this could happen anytime now. So you unloading your car and you have two George Floyd participants. You know, you see two people from the George Floyd community surrounding your car. What are you gonna do? Get racist or not? You just jump into your car. Never leave the keys in the car. So this lady just got carjacked. You know, you have Trayvon and the other guy, Michael Brown, walking by. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, okay. I can't help but wonder. This is like a BLM supporter, or hey, good morning, one hot minute. So see things like this. You could be living your life, and this could happen to you. I post these videos on my Instagram, Legal Latino Heat. We talk a lot about situational awareness, being aware of your situations, what to do. Now I know when I come out of my car, you know, to look around, don't leave the keys in the ignition. This is why I post this stuff, because this is the real world that we live in. We're not living in times that we could trust. Even my neighborhood, I'm a little, I don't know if this picture is real or fake, but I'm not gonna post it. So this happened in New York City yesterday. There was a COVID protest. I don't know if you guys could see that. So this is the COVID van, right? And they trashed it. At first, I'm like, damn, wow, people are mad. Oh, Infinity sponsors this. Wow. Free COVID. Look at that. People are fed up with this COVID stuff. This is New York City. This is beautiful. Look at this lady, right, with the nurse. At first, I thought she was a victim. I'm like, oh, I feel bad for her. At first. Did I upload it? I think I did. No, I don't think I did. I up the one where she sticks her middle finger at the people. No, I didn't upload it. But this is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna download this for my. I like that song. All right, good luck on your phone interview. So this was yesterday, right? With no social media yesterday, no Facebook. People going out, uniting. And this is probably the kind of stuff Facebook doesn't want us to do, right? Unite against what they're saying, unite against all that stuff. That's something Facebook doesn't want. Facebook can't. I left Facebook a long time ago. I can't stop. Why you bite me? Hey, good morning, Mona. Good morning. This is Gatito. So they don't want us uniting. They don't want us, because I see a lot of and then you stare at me. This guy bites me, And then he stares up at me. You fuck. No. Don't you put your hands on me. No. He looks at me, then he puts his paw up like he's gonna hit me. The day you hit me. He only smacks me on the face like at night. He scratches like so I can wake up. But the day he scratches my face will be the last, man. Don't. He goes like this. I'm like, don't put me in that situation. Do not touch my face. He just bit the crap out of my head. All right. Who cares? So, this was going in New York. This doesn't look like a Trump rally. It looks like a everybody rally. This is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. This is organically the F Joe Bidens, the people uniting against the mandate, because now people are losing their jobs. Now you're messing with people's money. You're messing with people's businesses. Restaurants in New York City, they're down because of these new mandates. Business is going down. People are waking up like they're like, all right. Anyone see any mandates? Let me put mandates. Underage party scene. So, so the businesses, because they have to put in these mass mandates. You have to add security to restaurants. And then you have to have people checking in before you go to a restaurant. I don't want to go to a restaurant for that. Why do I want to deal with that? So I do a deep dive in Infinity Pharmaceuticals. I'm not going to post it on the screen. All the same tribe, just like every company involved with the jib jab. Hey, 12 pack. We don't talk about that conspiracy theory. All of the jabs are safe and effective, ladies and gentlemen. The best thing that ever happened is the jab, ladies and gentlemen. The jab is the best thing. This is a pro-vax show. We're a pro-vax. I self-identify as vaccinated, all right? So we don't want to say anything bad about the vax, right? We want to be like, what's his stupid face? Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert is so cringe. I never found him funny. I never found Jon Stewart funny either. I don't know why people find Jon Stewart funny. Maybe I'm weird. I'm the only one that ever found Jay Leno funny. I find Jay Leno funny. I never found Letterman funny. I never found Stewart funny. I definitely don't find Trevor Noah funny. I find Chappelle funny, Pryor, Johnny Carson, which I recently started watching. I find funny. Don Rickles, I find funny. I like that realistic humor. Jay Leno was corny, but he made fun of like current events. That's just me, ladies and gentlemen. That's just me. But the Stephen Colbert vaccine, you got kids with social media, right? Now you have middle schools taking out the F letter. So now we're living in a society where everything is just reversed. The board of directors, man, I don't want to get into that right now because now I got to protect my channel. Let me protect my channel. There we go. Because now you're gonna start talking about tribes and board of directors. I got to put on the disclaimer, man, because I don't want to get another strike. There we go. EST, you're right, Bianca Belair. When people talk about the EST, we're talking about Bianca Belair. On Revenge's Assist yesterday, Merch brought up a good point about WWE being like a social experiment, right? and that's what I've been watching WWE for the past religiously. I've been watching it for the past 12 years. Since 2012, I've been watching it nonstop. And I've been eating the BS that they've been feeding us. Right? They just put it on the screen. I've just been eating it up. Lately, I haven't liked it. I see action figures and I don't I don't buy them because I'm not excited about them. Only like the Fiend and the AEW ones now. But EST, ladies and gentlemen, when people are talking about the EST, this is what we're talking about. EST. Every single time Bianca Belair. That is the EST, ladies and gentlemen. Every single time. That's what it stands for. So I don't want people to think, oh, he's being antiseptic, anti-Semitic. You know, he talks bad about the chosen people. No. EST means every single time Bianca Belair. All right? See Bianca Belair EST jacket. I am not making this up. It is right there on the screen. So like WWE with the NWO New World Order, New World Order. Down. They made the New World Order cool. How cool is the New World Order? Remember, you used to say the New World Order, New World Order. You're like, yeah, that's cool. I want to be part of the NWO. And then I heard Alex Jones talk about NWO, and I'm like, oh crap. Bam, 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 bam. And then you know the too sweet is like the devil horns, right? It could be the Texas Longhorns, right? Or the too sweet is like the devil horns. I looked into this, like Undertaker, the Satanics of the WWE. I watched this stuff, like it bashed W. I remember the first time I watched it, it hurt me because you know I grew up with the WWE, the Brahma Bull, you know, the Satanic Bull on the Rock, and then all that, the tattoos, Aleister Black, all they say, the Satanic, the Brood, the WWE. Like, yo, it's true. The symbolism, the John Cena. It's also an NWO thing. It's not, you know, white supremacy, whatever. It's like the NWO, the OK, Bush. You know, other celebrities do that. 666, yeah, all that conspiracy theory. I was watching South Park yesterday, and they were talking about the 9/11 episodes. It was about conspiracy theory. This all ties together, ladies and gentlemen. Facebook misinformation. I don't want to put out Facebook misinformation, but there was a South Park episode where Cartman is trying to find out the truth of 9/11, and I don't want to get into that because I got a strike for that already. But it was a South Park episode, and you know, I made the connection with it with what's going on today, the Facebook misinformation, how they have shut down all these websites, all these groups that speak the truth, but the flat Earth is still out there. The Qs are still out there. The misinformation they want you to have is still out there, but the misinformation they don't want you to know about, you can't find it. You got to go to BitChute. You got to go to Odysee. You got to probably go to Trovo. Like Black Pill. I haven't been able to watch Black Pill in the past 2 weeks since Trovo has shut down a lot of our accounts. I'm live on Trovo, Twitch, YouTube right now. I got to get Odysee doesn't let me live stream. I don't know. It's just weird. Odyssee's just weird. I don't know. Maybe I can now. I got to find out. I got to get the other one, Rumble. Anyways, I'm a boomer sometimes. I just turn on the computer, look up articles, and do the video. But I got to put, is that I have a laptop. Anyways. So the New York City with the mandates, the pharmaceutical with the jabs, all of this ties together. Social media. They took away social media for a day yesterday. Facebook, people were lost. You didn't have WhatsApp. You didn't have that connection, that communication. D-Live, I forgot about D-Live. So now, let me see. This is okay. This is Sunrise Middle School grading. So middle school, they're taking out the F. So we've been talking about how everything in America is diluted. Poor people get rewarded. Even a while ago, right? Remember when people doing stupid things started getting rewarded? Like they go at Jerry Springer, and the dumbest people will get the most money. But if you're smart, you don't get that much attention. So you had to go out. This was Jerry Springer. We could break it down by decades, and you see little by little. Like you will watch Jerry Springer, and you're like, dang, there's people like that in this world. There's people that really act like that in this world. Wow. Wow. And this is just 1 hour of the day. Then Maury came around, Ricky Lake. All these shows started showing these kind of people. You're like, wow. Woo. Good thing I don't have to see these people. Now we have social media. Now you have my Instagram page where you can go and see these kinds of videos of people doing crazy stuff. And this is the kind of world that we live in now. So now you're breaking down society. You're diluting society.
Everybody, Christina Pierre, principal at Sunrise.
Hello, everybody. Norman Bell, associate principal here at Sunrise.
Oh my God! These are look at the diversity. This is the principal in your school. I bet you she doesn't even have children. This is your principal.
Hi, everybody. Christina Pierre, principal at Sunrise.
Hello, everybody. Norman Bell, associate principal here at Sunrise.
Associate principal, you got your diversity hire. This guy shouldn't even be around kids.
We're going to share information today with you about grades. So our whole intent.
Grades show what the student knows in relation to the learning targets.
So we're only going to include in grades.
You see these dumb people just read. These are the people in charge of your kids' education. Look how they speak. These are your educators. These are supposed to be the cream of the crop, the best, the wise mans, right? The elders. These are the ones responsible for teaching your kids. And this is how they speak.
To learn and understand, we want them to become good learners.
Grades show what the student knows in relation to the learning targets.
So we're only going to include in grades exactly what the student knows based on what we want them to learn. Therefore, grades will not include behaviors, attitude, tardiness to class, whether the assignment was turned on late or on time. There's other ways that we can communicate those.
So you see this? So when I was in school, right, school is to teach you how to be obedient, obey. So now the grades do not include my behavior, my attitudes. I could be late to class all the time. I remember getting points deducted. I used to get 3 points off for every time I was late. Actually, it was like a 1 point. 3 latenesses equal 1 point off your final grade. And then if you have like 5, it was like a base system. Good morning, Rocket Man, Rocket Matrix. It was, but it taught you like currency. It taught you like, damn, okay. I learned how to negotiate. All right, I'm going to be late 3 times. I could afford a point. I'm going to pick my days to be late to class. And if I'm going to be late, I'm going to be half an hour late. I'm not going to be 5 minutes late. Why would I be 5 minutes late? I'll be half an hour late. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep having this dream, right? I had it like last week too. That I had this class in college that I signed up for and I never went. And it's the only class holding me up from getting my diploma. I don't know. I just keep having the same dream over and over again. And I'm running around the hallways and the 4th floor of my old high school. I just keep having this dream. I don't know why. It's weird. So school now, right? Remember, this is crazy. Well, not really. On Friday, we talked about do not call 911. Remember, if you're getting robbed, do not call 911. Attempted murder, do not call 911. You got to call 311 now. All right? Any major city, do not call 911. Remember, do not call 911. Do not call 911. Now in school, you're not going to be, graded on your tardiness. If you're late, neatness, you could go hanging out.
Those things to parents, and so they're not going to be included in grades. We recognize that this is really increasing the rigor of grades. We're insisting that students make sure that they learn the material.
So to learn the material, you actually got to be in class.
Students are encouraged to retake, revise quizzes, papers, projects. We really want to encourage our students to take part of the retakes. We really want to push that piece. It's really important that students do take advantage of those retakes.
Retakes. So now I didn't know you get retakes. So if you fail, oh wow. I remember I used to beg a professor, hey, can I take the test over again? Now you can have retakes. Wow. Listen, honestly, right now, if you don't pass school, you're a retard. Oh, I shouldn't have said the R word. School is so easy that you should be going in having fun. Go to crash course, learn what you got to learn on YouTube. Go hang out with your friends in school, socialize, mingle, try to pass that test. If not, you get a retake. School, you should be enjoying it, because this is a joke now. I understand school taught us like slave, like being on time and the rulers and the professors and the this and the that. But that's what made school. All right, I gotta close these blinds over here. Actually, no. Wow, this is what I've been telling you, ladies and gentlemen. Do not send your kids to school. There's no point of school anymore. All right, I got a stupid bachelor's degree, and I was like, do not send your kids to college. Do not send your kids to school. It's a waste of time. They could go on YouTube and learn all the material in a crash course. Homeschool. Go to schools to socialize. During the summer, you can actually teach the kids everything that they need to know for the semester in like 3 months. Because kids are like sponges. When you're younger, that's why you can study in one night a whole chapter and pass the test the next day. I used to do that when I was younger. Like I could study all night, take an exam, pass it, all good. But now it's like, yeah, go to a trade school. This is ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and we realize that, and not every kid gets it the first time. Some students need more time to learn something than others. So we are giving them that 10-day window for revisions and retakes. We don't want it to go much longer than that, because we know
wow,
that
10 days. 10 days is like in school is quick. 10 days is the next semester. You only have in school, what, 3 months? 10 days is like you're already 3 chapters in 10 days later. Man, the schools are a waste, ladies and gentlemen. They're already dumbing down the kids have no hope. There's like no hope. You're setting these kids up for failure. At least, right? When I went to school, I learned discipline. I learned to be on time. You learn certain things in school. Like I used to go to church. I learned certain things in church. But if kids don't have this, all they have is social media. All they have is Facebook, TikTok videos. What are these kids learning? Like right now, the TikTok challenges. These TikTok challenges are influencing kids. Social media influencers. No, well, not Facebook. The kids are not really on Facebook. Kids are on the TikTok. But they're being influenced by all these people on social media, and they have no respect for your professor, right? If the professor's not enforcing you being late, you taking points, you from doing all this stuff, then what's the point of the professor? Hey, congratulations, Avelino. Congrats. Good luck, man. Pass the phone one.
So students tend to put things off to the last minute, and it doesn't serve them well if everything gets put off to the end of the grading period. So there is that 10-day window, and then teachers will have a process for.
Good luck, Avelino. Good luck. Wish you the best, man. Listen, Evelyn, we were just talking about that, right? On your job interview, right? Do you go dressed like this? Do you go dressed like this for your job interview, or are you just gonna put on a polo, right? Because honestly, I've been going to the job interviews wearing a shirt and a tie, and I haven't gotten the job. The last job interview I had, I just put on a polo, and I got the offer. I just didn't want it, but but I got the offer, and it was a job interview in a polo. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm asking, what are you gonna wear for your job interview, or you don't know yet? Like, are you gonna wear a suit and a tie? Because I remember back in my days. Hey, good morning, Julio Esparza. Good morning. I remember back in my days, we used to wear like a suit and a tie, dressed to impress. Now you could just go to job interviews in a polo. It's crazy, right? Like, I've been feeling stupid going to job interviews in a suit. That's why I wear a shirt and a tie for my video, because it's the only time I get to wear a shirt and a tie. It's me, Mario. Good morning, Mark. There you go. Let me look presentable. Look like a. I don't know. It's just lately jobs don't require you to wear a suit and a tie anymore. It's different times, right? Like they took out the F's. Let's finish this stupid video.
Retakes and revisions. We don't want a student to just go retake a test that they just did poorly on. We want them to take some time to make sure that they actually learn the material before they go into the retake, and that's what the teacher will lay out for students and parents.
Here's our grading scale. Remember, each grading scale is a 10%, or each grading scale has a 10% of.
Look at this dumbass. This is a dumbass assistant principal. They can't even speak. English is my second language, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, good morning, Sheikh Sam. English is my second language, right? I have some speech impediments. I know I repeat myself. I'm aware of that, right? What's that? I have a lag, whatever the hell it is, right? I stutter. There you go. I stuttered a little bit. Hey, English is my second language. What do you want from me? But then you have this guy over here. He's the assistant vice principal. And I'm supposed to listen to this idiot? Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the other thing that you probably notice is that we're not using anything under 50%. And so I'll explain a little bit more on the next slide. So here's a question for you, and it's not a trick question. I want you to think about a situation where a student has 3 tests as their grade. One is a B, one is a C, and one the student hasn't taken yet. Maybe they were absent and they just weren't able to take the test.
Maybe they were absent. Ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, right? The college degree I have behind me, the final year in college, I really didn't study hard. There was only one class I studied hard for. The other ones, I just coasted by. I didn't care whether I got an A or a B. I'm pretty sure I'm a C average. I was not gonna study hard to pass a BS test of things that I don't even need to remember. I remember paying $300 for a lab report that was done in 8 hours. I got a B in it. This project had to be handed in on Monday. On Friday, I had to search somebody online, and I paid this girl $300 through PayPal. Like, I had to pay her in good faith, like $150 up front. She could get the thing started. A stupid 7-page, 8-page project. This girl wrote it out for me in a day. I had to hand it in by Sunday, actually. And she had it done for me, $300. I got a B in it, and I passed this class. Another class, another English class that I had. I wrote this paper. It was about how I loved America or something. And this lady was like, "Whoa, this is this and that." I'm like, "Listen, English is my second language. I use it as a joke. I use English as a second language as a joke, but it got me an A in English. All right. This professor gave me a D. plus, because she's like, "Oh, your grandma." I was like, "Listen, I had to handwrite it. I had to handwrite this essay for a test," and she was like, I can't read this." I'm like, "Listen, I wrote it in script." She gave me a D plus because she's like, "I can't read this, but you wrote a lot." She gave me a D plus, and I'm like, "Listen, English is my second language. I didn't grow up learning English. I talked to her like that. I'm like, I wish I could grasp the English language a lot better. I speak it well, but I cannot write it. My brain doesn't let me comprehend it because mi abuela didn't teach me how to write English when I was younger." And this Jewish professor, fat activist professor, she felt bad and gave me a B plus, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. The same way they used to turn the D's into B's in the Simpsons and the cartoons, she gave me a B plus. And then I got like a pass through the rest of the semester. The only class that I was failing bad was history. But this lady was teaching history. She took notes. She's like, "Write all my notes down. If you take down all my notes and you write it down on the test, you will pass." I went to her tutoring. She saw that I put in effort. My first test, I got a 30. I'm probably dumb. My first test, I got a 30. The next test, I got a 47. I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen. The midterm, I got a 47. I'm over here bombing these exams. On my final exam, I managed to pull off like an 82 because I studied hard. I managed to pull off an 82. And then she gave me some extra points because I attended the tutoring. So she gave me like 5 extra points for attending the tutoring. And I got like a B plus, 86. She dropped the lowest grade. They averaged it out, which was like a C. And then I turned in some extra project stuff to get like 3 more points on my final grade, 5 points. And it bumped me up to like a B. And I passed. So I was negotiating my grades over here. School is a joke. School is a joke, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. If you took it seriously, same thing goes in life. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You know, you might have a college degree, you might have this and that, but do you know people that could get you that job? That could get you the connection, get you the pools? It's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this, man.
So what should their average be? How should that
Let me
average
see
out?
this.
If you're thinking, yeah, that student should probably have about a D as their grade, I think that you're probably correct. And so let's look at that on a number scale, all right? And so knowing that each grade band represents about 10 percentage points, but anything below a 60 is not passing. We have the I as the typical 0. What score has the most influence? Well, clearly you can see that that I being so far away when you average those grades is really going to have a lot of influence on the overall grade. So when we calculate the average, just add them up, divide by how many there are, we end up with 50, which again is an I, an incomplete, not passing. That doesn't seem fair. If 2 out of the 3 grades are already passing grades, and only one of them the student missed, they shouldn't have an overall grade of an I. So the solution is to give the I the same interval as the B and the C, as any letter grade. And so that's why the I needs to start at 50 so that it has that same 10-point interval. And now if we calculate the average, we do end up with that D, which in our heads made sense in the first place.
What the hell?
Starting at 50%.
Wait a minute. All right, hold on. So this is what I would see my example that I talked about. These teachers have been doing this for the longest, but it was an incentive. Now you're writing it in. In college, they always did that. They always dropped the lowest exam. You had 3 exams. Usually on the first one, I would fail. I would bomb it because I didn't pay attention in the beginning. I always bombed the first exam, and then I knew that they would drop the first one. So in the beginning, I wouldn't study. I was like, what? I just go to show up to class, take notes, whatever. Then the second one, I start stepping it up. Woo! But this was the first semester. The second semester, I wised up. The second semester, I did good in the beginning, and then at the end, I started like slacking off. So me, I live off the pressure. I love the pressure. I procrastinate, and then at last minute, I'm like Rocky. All right. So what these idiots are doing, right? I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna do it in English and in Spanish, right? Because English is my second language. If I'm not wrong, right? So check it out. Interval. I don't even know what the hell does interval mean. I remember that being in school. What the hell, man? These people. This is like Common Core math. What the hell is an interval, man? Let me get that definition real quick. An interval is a space between object points or units, especially when making uniform amounts of a separation. An amount of time between events, so an interval. So the interval, you don't know. I is an interval. I stands for interval. So you don't know what it is, give it a 50, right? So what these people are doing is the same thing as dropping the first exam. So let's say you get an 80 and a 70. This is stupid though. So if you get an 80 and a 70, right, which are pretty good grades, and you get a 50, you divide it by 3, you get a D. That's pretty stupid. Because the way we used to do it is you would drop the lowest one, whether it's 50 or not. And then you would take the 80 and the 70 and you would get a C. That's the way I did school. That's why I aimed for an 80 in the final. In the middle, I shaped up. I used to get a 70. This was me in school. I'm dead ass, B. I win the first exam, I'll bomb it like a 20 and a 30, right? Because I would like to show the professor improvement. I always bombed the first exam or the quizzes. I did it in chemistry also. And then the professor would see effort. At the end, I'm like, Professor, I'm trying here. I just cannot grasp this. My mind, I cannot understand this. I'm mentally, I'm challenged here. I'm sorry. So the professor can't really like argue with you. I'm like, come on, professor. I'm trying here. I'm trying. And they're like, all right. These professors are old. I told you guys one of my professors passed away when I started college in 2003. He was my first history teacher. And Mr. Bolchi, he passed away in my last semester in school. He was supposed to be my last professor, and he passed away the week before the final. And it was sad, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys don't think that I'm lying? Look. Political science. He was my first political science professor. It was in history. It was political science. So and he was a leftist, but he was a cool leftist. He was like at the end. So you guys don't think that I'm lying or anything? Look, this was in 2018. Yep, when I was in college. See, the family and colleagues of Professor Louis Tracy Bolchi on March 9th. And he passed away. No, he passed away in Thanksgiving weekend, 2017. I don't know whether maybe that's the memorial. Damn, I should have went to the memorial. But he was a good professor. But you see how they just make school complicated. And let's finish off this school thing.
And now if we calculate the average, we do end up with that D,
Oof.
which in our heads made sense in the first place. So starting at 50% really just corrects and allows us to give that I range the exact same range as any other letter grade. And that's why anything below 50% isn't used.
Well, parents can expect grades start at 50%. That's one thing that parents can expect. So grades that are going to start at 50%. And if you see half credit, that means that the assignment might not have been turned in. So maybe a student maybe forgot in their backpack, they did work on it, but they did not turn it in.
Damn, look how they're just making, look how they're making excuses. Maybe they forgot it in the backpack. This assistant principal looks like you could get over this guy. I bet you a parent could go in there, hey, how can we fix the situation? And this is the kind of guy you give him an envelope. Yeah, we'll take care of that. We'll take care of that for you. Don't worry about it, Mr. Miller. Don't worry about it. Your kid will be graduating just on time. Don't worry about it, Mr. Miller. Just make sure he doesn't forget it in his backpack again. All right, Mr. Miller? This is what this guy comes across as, man.
You can expect to get at least 1 or 2 grades per week from each class. And retakes and revisions has a 10-day period to get those done. So 10 days.
He's like the reinforcement. He's that cool teacher. Like he'll be the principal. Hey, man, what's going on, children? He's like Chef in South Park. He's like the cool professor. Hey, man, come on, kids. Lay off the drugs, man. Wait till you get to high school, cuz. That's the kind of like, I already see how this guy is, man. He's the cool. He's like the Will Smith. He's Martin Lawrence, Will Smith. What's up, kids? Hey, we're doing good. We're doing good. All right. You guys don't be smoking that here. You could take that out there. All right. All right. All right. That's the kind of professor this guy is, man. This guy, man.
Since the test was,
look at his shirt with his muscles. You don't think the teachers be like, hey, this guy, man, with the moms, with the single mom. This guy's the worst, man.
Or the project was due from the posting, they have 10 days to retake it, to get it in. Well, parents,
even the women, right? The single moms. Hey, whatever his name. Hey, Tyrone, what I gotta do for my kid? Hey, you know what? Let me go out with you. We talk about the kid's grades, and that's what he does, man. This guy lives comfortably right now. This guy's chilling, man.
Parents can do. Continuously check Skyward once a week. Remind your students to turn in their work ASAP. Encourage students to do the retakes. If they didn't like what they got on that test score, do the retake.
He has like that roller coaster voice. And this is what you gotta do. And you're gonna go do it again. And you're gonna do it again. This guy, man, even the young, what is this, middle school? Oh man, this guy will talk to the daughter to get to the, I don't know if he uses the mom to get to the daughter or uses the daughter to get to the mom. Either or, he uses somebody to get to somebody else, this guy, man. This guy shouldn't be around children. I'm telling you something right now. This guy, remember the other day I talked about men that work around children, especially like in middle school and below. High school is different because sometimes you got to beat the crap out of these high school kids, man. But I don't know, man. This is.
Talk with your child about the learning process, and email teachers if you have any concerns. Remember, please email your teachers if you have any concerns about grading.
Yeah, just email them. Just email your teachers. That's it. Come on, no big deal. Just email them.
And really, really encourage your students, if they were not satisfied with what grade they got, to do the retake. That's why we put that in place for them.
Absolutely. We want our students to know that learning takes work, and we really want to encourage our students to put in the work that it takes.
So why not put in the work in the beginning? Why the point is, right? Like I learned it. If you put in the work in the beginning, you can relax in the end. That's what some professors even told us. Like, hey, listen, learn from the beginning, and it will be easier in the end. They would tell us, man, just do good. But these people are like, don't worry about it, man. Just half-ass it. You be good. 50. You already got a 50, 50, 50, 50. What, you still gonna pass? These kids, man, like at least I learned. I learned how to hustle the grades. I learned how to cheat. I learned how to cheat and not get caught. Do you know how exciting it was to cheat when I was younger? Man, I used to have a calculator. I remember these damn man, I was smart. And math. How the hell did they expect us to memorize all these stupid formulas in our heads? You had to do math and know all these formulas in your head. Those were stupid. So I made this little piece of paper. I mean, like this size, like the size of this white. And I wrote down every formula. I remember I wrote down every formula. And then I will have a calculator. They let us bring in a calculator. So, remember the calculators that open up and closed up? So I would put the piece of paper in the back of a calculator. Sometimes I had to tape it. I had to put a little tape because then the professor would make us bring it down. So I'll be like, look, teacher, nothing. Okay. Put it back. Or I used to hide the piece of paper because I used to check our calculators. I used to wear slacks. The boot cuts? The slacks that have the thing over the boot cuts, right? So I would put the piece of paper right there or on my boot. Texas Instruments, yeah. So, or I would hide the piece of paper in my sock. So I learned how to sit like this with my knee up. I learned to sit like this a lot. And I will have the notes in my boot. I wear Tim's, New York, you wear Tim's. And then I will have the piece of paper like that, I will put it on my thing. I will put it on my shoulder because two hands. The professor used to look at me. I look around. So you're looking over. And then I started having long hair. I was like in college. I was like, damn, long hair is good to have. Because with the long hair, you could cover yourself. And I was sharp-eyed. I was like, I used to wear glasses too. What are your some methods of cheating, ladies and gentlemen? In school. Man, it was fun without the technology. I tried doing it with the cell phones. I remember I tried in college, I tried cheating with cell phones. It's not the same. It makes too much noise. The technology. I remember just Googling stuff and I had the notes. It's not the same as having it on a piece of paper. I remember this, ladies and gentlemen, chemistry, they let us have cheat sheets. That they made cheating like legal. Like when I went to college, hey, good morning, Swally. When I what was it, 2017? I went to college, 2017, right? The professor used to have us give a cheat sheet, like take down your notes and this piece of paper. They give us a piece of paper, write down all your notes on this piece of paper and take it with your exam. And you got to hand in that piece of paper you got to hand in the cheat sheet with the test. And I was like, what the fuck? So they made cheating like part of it. So it just took, I don't know, it kind of took the fun out of it. It took the fun out of it. And I did try Adderall once for chemistry. But never again, man. That thing had me, I was nervous. I was sweating. I failed that exam too. I was like, never again, man. I was like, man. The Palm Pilots and get the teacher's edition book and copy the answers. Make sure 80% incorrect. Yeah. You gotta get like a B. You can't just get hundreds. I remember in school, I mean, they used to put up the exams on this website. Hey, good morning, B Smiley. I remember if you search the exam, some professors are lazy. They use the exam every semester. You could find some of the chemistry exams on the students would scan them. Man, not getting caught was fun. That was, remember like that show Prison Break? Well, we were talking about Prison Break last week. I kind of got lost season 2. Kind of got bored already. The first season of Prison Break was good. The second season, I got kind of bored. I'm like, hold on, let's finish this video. I gotta get some water.
To learn correctly. All right, I'm also including in the email resources for parents. These are short 1 to 2 minute videos that show you how to use Skyward Grading, Skyward Assignment Calendar. Maybe you didn't know that there's a mobile app for Skyward. That's pretty slick because then you can be checking your students' grades on your phone. And finally, we have a short video for accessing Google Classroom. That's where most assignments are located. So if you know a student has a missing assignment, you want to go find it. That first thing you want to do is check Google Classroom. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Have a good day, everyone.
I dumb predator. Now, I remember in school, like, I'll be taking an exam. I used to do that a lot. And during my exams. Teacher catches you. I missed that, man. That was fun, man. At the time, it sucked, but it was fun, right? Don't just go back to that time, right? But these professors just took all the fun out of it. These kids, man, they don't have that fun we had. But so Facebook misinformation, these kids not learning anything in school. Let me see what's trending on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. House of the Dragon. Oh, they're doing another Game of Thrones. Get out of here, man. Let me see what's trending on Twitter right now. There's nothing like. There's nothing important. This lady, right? Jen Psaki, right? This lady was off the chains yesterday. She was angry yesterday. This lady was very angry yesterday.
In the next 2 days, and easily do that through allowing Democrats. Why let McConnell?
So these people just push lies. I'm not defending Republicans or anything, but just be honest. And then people buy this up.
Off the hook, or Republicans off the hook. I mean, this is their debt that they chalked up themselves. This is a period of time where we could easily solve this in the next 2 days. and easily do that through allowing Democrats to be the adults in the room, despite the fact that Republicans spent like drunken sailors over the last 4 years before President Biden took office.
What? Like drunken sailors? Where would drunken sailors spend their money on, anyways? Oh, so the
$676 billion during the Biden administration. So what Senator McConnell is refusing to do is to pay the debts of what were rung up under his leadership. When
look how she speaks, man. Her attitude, her attitude is like her attitude. Just listen to her, like I'm getting like we're just thinking. Oh my gosh, dude, speaking about professors, she's the kind of professor you just want to punch in the face.
Here, just to give you a little visual.
Look, oh, she'll come. Imagine her coming into class like this. Oh my God, this
almost $8 trillion during the Trump administration, $676 billion during the Biden administration. So what Senator McConnell is refusing to do is to pay the debts of what were rung up under his leadership when he was in the Senate, still continues to be, of course, and when Trump was president. I think I have a little chart here just to give you a little vision.
Listen, I'm not gonna say that we do this yesterday. We went over the chart. Trump put in a couple of trillion, like, but there was money coming in. Like, he was spending money to make money. Now we're spending money to we're spending money on stupid stuff. These politicians are buying apartment complexes for the homeless, for the refugees. The way they spend money, they're saying, "Oh, we're buying land for the homeless, buying government." In New York, buying this one. This one is the one. Seattle buys 3 apartments. This is what Seattle's doing. So Seattle states to buy 3 new buildings for homeless people, ladies and gentlemen. Three new buildings in Seattle with 165 studio apartments were supposed to be rented at market rates will instead house people leaving homelessness and people at risk. So you know why? You know something? Why not give these buildings, right, to people that are working? You're giving them people homeless that don't generate nothing. How about having a homeless program? Hey, you're homeless. You're going to have to work for these apartments, for these studios. Why not have a program like that where they have to pay this back? Or work for it. You want to live here? You got to work. Maybe it's like prison, but get people working and get these homeless people working. You want to give them a chance of life. It's a little studio apartment. You just this and that. You work. You pay your rent. If not, you got to get the hell out. Why not teach people, incentivize people to work, do better? But they just want to give these things away for free, spend your tax dollars. So people don't even care. It's the government. They got money. They got money. They got money. Until you need the money. Until your child's school needs the money. Until the city says, hey, we can't fix that block where you live at because there's no money. There's no money. You spend it all on the homeless people. There's no money. That goes on in New York, Austin. It goes on in places that liberal Democrats are all over. Where do you think they're going to house all the refugees that are coming in? Oh, we need space. We need space. It's just crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, ladies and gentlemen. And that's their solution. Just buy more houses. Youth care for young adults. You just giving these places. Let me see. Hold on. It wasn't just in Seattle. I think they're doing it like most cities like that. But what are you gonna do, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 a.m. Thank you for giving me an hour and 15 minutes of your time. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Avelino Ramos. Shout out to Cheeseburger. Shout out to Swally. Shout out to 12 Pack. Shout out to Hobo Chili Recipe. Shout out to B Smiley the Third. Shout out to One Hamin. Shout out to Julio Esparza the Third. Shout out to BB Truth. Shout out to Blues Dolls. Shout out to Irrational Time. Shout out to Mysterious. Shout out to Helen PZ. Shout out to Dave Palucci. Shout out to Sheikh Zem. And who else am I missing? Shout out to 12 Pack, Sheikh Zem. And I got everybody. Oh, shout out to Rocket Man, Rocky Matrix. Hey, shout out to Charvestio77. Shout out to C-List Discharge. Thank you guys. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Check out Dayway. Dayway's live. Check out Coach Greg Adams. I gotta get to work, ladies and gentlemen. God willing, I'll get back to you. We'll get back tomorrow. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about Facebook misinformation and school. I gotta change this. No more F grades in school. No F in school. Education, man. I don't even know if I spelled school right, but who cares, right? Damn, did I even spell school right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you guys tomorrow. Later.